is up? We are back in black in the building. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Handling business. My brother David. Hey, I know I gotta get with you about doing another live. Shout out to everybody out there at the Core Plantation. David, Tasha, Donnie, feeling the building, stand up. Erica, what's happening? Everybody out there, man. Shout out to everybody out there, man, that's doing their thing. James Youngblood, man, I know I gotta get this. I think I might need to just update my system. I gotta quit being lazy and take my MacBook Pro to Apple, and they'll probably tell me what I need to do. I'm just being lazy right now. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. You know what? Matter of fact, I know it's speaking. Shout out to everybody out there, man, that is determined to handle business and do what we need to do. We got some stuff to discuss today. What we need to learn. What should you learn today? You know what I mean? So we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about how they kind of treat the Super Bowl like it's some holiday. But I'm going to tell you what I feel and what I think we need to learn. Let's get into it. Oh, you know I'm going to hit y'all with, did Jesus come back? Oh, damn. All that praying and speaking in tongues and all this other shit. But racism and white supremacy still going oops upside your head. Let's get into it. Me to get to singing. Man, what is going on with everybody out there, man? I think there's a lot of things that we need to learn today. This is just me. This is just my perspective. I'm not saying that it's correct, but today is their day. It's not our day. Do we have any black NFL owners? Check. And that's it. I'll rest my case. We don't have any black NFL owners. All the wealth of the NFL is being held by the dominant society. We don't have any black owners. It is called the illusion of inclusion. So we have to understand what's going on. These are not your teams. You don't own them. Just like in basketball. Everybody jumping around. And if you don't work for ESPN or TNT, and you are catching feelings behind people, trading people in the NBA and all, you have an issue. There's some type of self-esteem issue that you have going on because it's not real. It's the Matrix. It's not your money. You don't have no stakes in it. So I don't know why you would get upset about the situation. I think a lot of the times, man, we get too involved in other people's money, but we're not worried about our money. We're not worried about recycling black dollars. And the reason why I say that is because, like today, you're going to see multi-million-dollar commercials. You're going to see so many people that are going to gain wealth off the NFL. I'm not saying that black people won't. I'm not saying black people don't. But I suggest, and I highly suggest people go watch Chad Ochocinco's interview in Club Shay Shay. And he was just talking about, I wear fake jewelry. I wear this. I don't care about that. I saved 85% of my salary. Smart man. While everybody is broke, he still got money. And I think that's why we need to have a different understanding of what it is we need to learn. That brother that passed out in the field and all that, why didn't the NFL come together and say, you know what? Nah, he's not playing. Let's make him an assistant coach. Whatever salary he was making, he's going to get that same salary. He's just going to be an assistant coach. We're going to make sure he always have some type of job and some type of revenue that he's drawing income from in the NFL because he could have lost his life. That could have been catastrophic for the league. Black player drops dead, dies on the football field. That could have been catastrophic. Don't prop me up in front of people and let me give y'all a speech about my faith in God. Man, where the fuck is the goddamn money? While you got, what's his name, from the Cowboys, basically saying, yeah, look, you got all three of those black people, yeah. Man, I laugh at a lot of this stuff. I laugh at people's mentality to feel like, if I don't go to the league, I don't make it. No, that's not necessary too. You already made it. You alive. You know what I mean? And I think there's things that we need to learn. And shout out to everybody out there. Shout out to everyone that has their own lane and their own focus, and they just need to do what they need to do. That was another thing I wanted to touch on too. look, I see some people saying some shit to 19 Keys, right, on Twitter. And you know what I tweeted them back? I said, man, your lane is your lane. Your lane has been crafted and organically, laid out by the divine power. Fuck what everybody else talking about. You know what I mean? People want to put people, oh, well, he's not Malcolm. He's not Muhammad Ali. He's not this. He's not that. He's him. You know what I mean? There's only one Jordan, only one Kobe, only one LeBron. Everybody jumping up and down because LeBron broke Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record. Good for them. How much money did y'all get out of that? That ain't no fucking Black history. Let me tell you what Black history is. Black history is Denmark Vesey. Black history is Dr. Claude Anderson. Black history is Dr. Leonard Jeffries. Black history is Amos Wilson. Black history is Dr. John Henry Clark. Black history is the Honorable Queen Mother, Dr. Frances Quest Welsing. Black history is Dr. Joy DeGruy. Black history is Michelle Alexander. Black history is Harriet Washington Medical's apartheid. Slavery by another name. A Sweet Taste of Liberty. Henrietta Woods. That's Black history. This shit that they showing y'all is a farce. The shit that they talking about at work is fake, phony, and contrived. You should know your history, and not just Harriet Tubman, Frederick Douglass, and Martin Luther King. Black history is the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Black history is the most honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. That's Black history. Black history is Michael Jackson. Black history is Prince. Black history isn't just shit that they choose to show us. You know what I mean? That's why, all these things are in our month to distract us from our learning, but every month is Black History Month. That's why we have to have our own lanes. Like me, I'm on my own lane, and I know, it's different for people. When you start to kind of understand where you need to go and how you need to get there, you begin to have what I like to call tunnel vision. And within tunnel vision, you have to understand that, it's about your lane and your path. And if you don't have that understanding, as the Bible says, in all thy getting, get an understanding, then I don't know what to tell you. And you cannot explain to people what your path is and what your lane is and where you need to go and how you're going to get there. That's you're the architect of your path. I always say that two roads diverged in the yellow woods. I took the one less traveled. So my lane is my lane. I'm staying focused in it. That's why I love doing this podcast. I love saying this by now. I've been doing this shit so long. Y'all niggas know I'm not clout chasing. I'm not looking for views. I don't give a fuck about that. I feel like I'm having a conversation with Tasha, Erica, Shawnee, James Youngblood, and Mariah. Shout out to Mariah too. Mariah sent me some shit. Man, I was like, is this the Bucci Bear nigga? But anyway, man, Mariah, if you want some sea balls, holler at me. And I have to say this too, so people can understand. I don't be on social media in the way that's more of a public forum. I'll go on there, I'll comment a little bit, and I'm gone. Because I don't want to be stuck in the matrix, because that's not realistic to me. Not to everyone else, but to me. For all those that are in the matrix and making it do what it do, I'm proud of y'all. But it's not for everyone, and it's not really for me. I got a different lane that I chose, and I'm choosing to stick with that lane. That's why y'all don't see me really on there a lot. If I am, I'm on there with David. We doing a live, and I'm up out of there. I just don't really be doing. I might post a beat or something that I made, but I don't really care about that like that, because I know eventually I'm gonna have to address something. I'm not gonna put it all out there, but a couple of people, had reached out to me about something that happened almost 20 years ago. And I'll go into more context. I might address it on Instagram, but I'm addressing it here first. And a couple of people reached out to me. But the main person that reached out to me, This was about something that happened 20 years ago. Like 20 years ago. No, it wasn't what I talked about last week. No, it wasn't about cousins that I had have money. No, this is a whole different subject. And when they had reached out to me, it was this great effort to get me to jump into that energy about what had happened 20 years ago. And it's not that it's not negative and it's nothing positive, but to me being focused in my lane and doing what I need to do, I just didn't address it. And here are the reasons why. That's why this ain't got nothing to do with no, this is something totally different. And I'm gonna put it out there in a different way. When people when people hit you up like, hey man, such. And this has been going on for a long time though. This didn't just start this year. This has been going on, this has been going on for a minute, probably about 10 years. No, maybe more. Cause I remember my sister hit me up and my sister was like, hey, girl tried to be my friend on one of them social media platforms. My sister was like, nah, I'm not fucking with that. I was dying. I remember my sister told me herself. She was like, yeah, I'm not playing with that. Nah. She was like, nah, don't even try to come around here because I don't want to get involved. Some people just are not willing to deal with the bullshit. I'll never forget this. This was like 2014. I would have to ask Tasha when this was, but she was like, nah, I'm not fucking with that. Right? And over the years, people have constantly been hitting me up on my phone or social media about trying to get me to be involved in something that was 20 years ago. And my response to that is, wake up and have a different understanding. Some people are not in that lane. Some people are not in that mental mind frame. And some people have moved on. I'm the person who has moved on. And people will hit you up. And let me just keep it a buck. People hit you up, on some, because I'm just using, that's how I got started. I think it was my sister, then another nigga hit me up. It was like, hey man, I saw, like, why are you hitting me up, man? That's it. Then this was 10 years ago, 12 years ago. It was 12 years ago then. So that was 20 some years ago. And I'm like, why do you keep hitting me up on that sucker shit? And sometimes I feel like people don't want to see you in a different light. They want to associate you with something negative to make them feel good. This is just what I'm saying. The only reason why I'm saying this is because I'll never forget when my sister Tasha texted me. It was like, hey man, old girl trying to be my friend on Instagram, one of them, and I blocked that bitch. Like, nah, you're not even coming my way with that drama. So I'm laughing because I think my sister had seen the pattern of like, nah, y'all niggas is on some sucker shit. And my sister know me. She know, all right, y'all niggas gonna keep playing with Warren, man. He gonna snap on your ass. And I'll never forget, right after my sister did that, here come another nigga called me like, hey man, and I'm like, nigga, that shit was 12 years ago. And why you playing on my phone? And my issue is this. Some people have not moved forward in life. Some people have not moved forward mentally. Some people don't have intrinsic value in who they are. So they have to frame a narrative, or they have to associate you with something negative to make them feel better about who they are. Because like I said before, I'll never forget that shit. Because it was first my sister was like, nope, I'm shutting that shit down. And then everybody else after her was kind of trying to egg it on. And I'm like, nigga, that was 12 years ago. This was 2014. I'm like, that was 12 years ago then. It's 2023. That was 20 years ago. So when niggas was hitting me up, I just kind of was like, man, what's wrong with niggas? This was then. This was in 2014. All right, now we fast forward to 2023. and something else happened. Like I said, this is a totally different subject. This is not what I was talking about last week. This is something else. And I've thought about it for a whole 2 weeks, because they hit me up like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, this was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. One person, family member was hitting me up, and then another nigga that's kind of part of the family was trying to hit me up to get me involved in whatever happened. And this is my thing, and I'm gonna leave it with this, and everybody understand. If I don't have that type of relationship with people, and it's a contrived relationship, I'm gonna look at the relationship that I have with you first before anything else that you're talking about. Once I have established that it's a contrived relationship and it's based on something that is not a solid rock realistic foundation, I am not going to entertain you. And I suggest other people do that. Yeah, because this was like 2 weeks ago. And this person, see, I have issue with this person anyway because of some shit that went on with my niece. So I'm already, look, Tasha know what I'm talking about. I'm already irritated because of the sucker shit that went on. You know, you had my niece involved in some sucker shit. So I'm already got an issue. But this is how bold people are. People will think that I'm putting that issue to the side so they can gossip or tell me some new sucker shit. And my stance is this. I'm going to look at the relationship that I have with you. And if it's contrived, I don't fuck with you. So no matter how you trying to call me or hit me up, motherfuckers was calling me through the Instagram thing. You know how you can call? I didn't even know you can call people like that. Call me. I'm like, man, no. Sending me text messages. You haven't even addressed the bullshit that you have going on with my niece. But you think that you could just hit me up. And you know what it is? Warren, why did you say something? Warren, everybody that knows Warren will address it. But my thing is, I'm going to stand back and look at you look dumb. Like I'm going to be so cuckoo for cuckoo puffs over the shit that you're hitting me up over, but I'm not going to address what you had going on with my niece. And the reason why I don't want to address it because people are cowards, and what people will do is deflect. That's why I like to sit down and look at a person in their face and look at them in their eye, because a lot of the times people do bullshit behind the scenes, and then when they can use something else to have a conversation with you with, they act like what they did before is not even an issue. You say, well, Warren, you know what I mean? Well, why you, nigga, because that's my niece. And you don't do that shit. You don't do no sucker shit. I don't care if I ain't talked to my niece in 10 years. That's still my motherfucking niece. And you don't play no bullshit with my motherfucking niece. And that's the problem with niggas. Niggas play all these fucking games and niggas do all this sucker shit and then think they can hit Warren up and call Warren through the Instagram thing and think Warren gonna answer the phone and be like, oh yeah, no nigga. Before we, look, what happens when you don't pay your debt? And you try to go get let's say you got a credit card and you ain't paid the balance on your credit card, but you want them to up your limit. What's the first thing they're gonna say? You need to pay that balance before you can get anything else, before we can move on. Well, that's how I am. Well, Warren, why you like that? Nigga, people could get hurt behind niggas and they sucker shit. And I did not appreciate that. And I didn't even know that shit was going on. And I'm not gonna disclose all the details. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna do all that. But I wanted to tell y'all that today, like, start looking at people when they just hit you up off the blue, but they haven't even addressed the bullshit that they had going on before, but they want to hit you up on some sucker shit. Don't even respond sometimes. Just see how far they gonna take it and how much they gonna pull it. Just see, like, damn, I wonder if they gonna really try to pull it. Because I was really like, damn, she's really pulling it. Like, you act like the shit that was going on with my niece was, no, nigga, we need to address that first before we address anything. And I think a lot of people feel like they have some type of a past with me, or they have some type of past with whoever. No, nigga, you don't have no past like that. So we have to move accordingly and do things accordingly and learn from it. One thing you need to learn about, well, white folk, they're going to address that issue and then they move on and go get money. They're going to go get money together and they're going to open up and create opportunities for each other. But with us is, we create opportunities for ourselves, and if we step on other people's heads, we don't give a fuck. We'll stay away from them, and then we'll go contact somebody that's right next to the person that they fucked over and think that everything is all good. No, nigga, everything is not all good. That's why I was just like, man, some people will just pull it. And I'm like, and first of all, what you're contacting me over, that was 20 years ago. 20 years ago. I mean, just call me. You know, some people's psyche, you know why? Because people are vibrating at a lower vibration. And what ends up happening is they want you to join their vibration. Sorry, I may not be vibrating as a higher vibration as Blue Pill, Red Pill, and 19 Keys in them. But you know what? Warren knows his vibration is ascending. So I don't want that shit around me. But don't think that niggas ain't gonna address that bullshit, because I'm gonna address it. I'm gonna address it. I haven't addressed it yet because I want to see how far a motherfucker go pull it. And these people that I'm talking about, they know who the fuck they are. Calling my phone through, calling the Insta. First of all, why would I answer the phone to you on Instagram? Just calling my phone on Instagram, texting me, calling my phone like I'm supposed to pick up. And we don't even have that type of relationship. It's a very contrived relationship. And we definitely don't have that type of relationship. You had some bullshit going on with my niece. See, black folk need to have a different understanding about each other. You don't fuck over each other and then go be smiling in the dominant society's face and supporting everybody else. If I see one more nigga getting all hyped up about the Puerto Rican Day Parade and you ain't even Puerto Rican, we got a problem. You know what I mean? It's just like, we'd fuck each other over, and then when it comes to other racial groups, we put them on a fucking pedestal. And I really wanted to just address that, because I'm probably going to address it on Instagram Live as well. I might, maybe when me and David do a thing, I'm going to probably throw that in there. Or I might just go live and say, hey, man, y'all motherfuckers, man. Because I'm not a believer of, that's like me doing one of my cousins fucked up, and then I contact another cousin that's close to my cousin, and I'm acting like me and her are all good, or me and him is all good. He's supposed to address me and be like, hey, bro, what is you doing? You know you had a cousin all fucked up over there. Like, why you do that? So it's my duty to address it, and I'm going to address it. Oh, yeah. Because I believe in having and restoring intrinsic value in who we are as a people. No, I'm not gonna cuss. I'm not gonna fuss. Niggas know I'm quick to be like, hey, what the fuck kind of shit is that? But I'm trying to have a different perspective and a different approach. And my approach is gonna be very different. Because my approach is gonna be, why do you think you can contact me about this issue when you haven't contacted me about what went on with my niece? Like I said, I'm not putting all the family business out there, but I'm putting it out there to let it be known. You're not gonna be doing some sucker shit to my niece and then think me and you gonna be all good. I don't play that type of shit. Y'all try that with the white Jewish community and see how far it gets you. So I'm sorry I went on a tangent, but yeah, this has been going on for about 2 weeks. So this isn't, you know what I mean? This happened yesterday. And you're like, damn, you ain't said that? No, because I like to wait. I like to gather my thoughts. I like to understand the mental psyche of somebody that thinks they can do that. And that, to me, is a person that doesn't have intrinsic value in themselves or in family or in peace and tranquility. Because if you have intrinsic value in peace and tranquility and you coming in peace, you would address that issue first with a, hey, Warren, hey, big cuzzo, look, man, let me talk to you about what happened with your niece, man. Look, man, that was on me. Whoop. Okay, now I'm going to have to ask you go ahead and apologize to my sister, apologize to my niece. And if you cannot do that, we cannot move on. Because I argue with my niece. I get upset at my niece, not you, motherfucker. Fuck that. You don't do that. And niggas be thinking that Warren forgot that shit. Nigga, I ain't forget a motherfucking thing. And I'm gonna address it in such a way where it's gonna be peaceful. Because I have intrinsic value in me. But I'm not going to allow people to step all over my boundaries and think they can just pick up Instagram phone and call. And I'm going to address them people and tell them people that too. Don't be picking up no Instagram phone and calling me and shit. Y'all niggas know I ain't that socially savvy with all this technology. Nigga, I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm looking at the phone like, what is this? What's an Instagram call? I ain't answering this shit. I just want y'all to learn. As I'm learning, as Nelly Fuller Jr. says, I'm still learning. But on this journey of learning, we have to have a better understanding that the Super Bowl, how much money are you making? When I watch the commercials, I'm going to see what stock I have invested in these commercials. That's the only thing. Before you can have value in other people, you have to have value in yourself. Meaning, when you have value in yourself, you're going to address any misperhaps or anything that's going on before you try to move on with anybody. So you're going to address any internal issues that you have with yourself because you value who you are. And then when you try to move on forward with family or whatever, it's not about everybody agreeing about everything, but it's about us having an understanding. And I think a lot of people outside of my siblings that know Warren very well, I think a lot of people got Warren confused. You know what I mean? And I just be like, and it's not for me to explain who I am to you, for you to explain who you are to me. It's for you to know who you are and for me to know who I am and know that we have to move forward peacefully and have value in each other. And you don't have to be up under each other 24 hours a day to have a different type of value for your cousin or your brother so that we have this peaceful relationship, which means we may not talk all the time, but means when we do have a conversation, it's not about arguing, it's not about drama, it's not about none of that. My siblings can tell you, when I reach out to them, I don't try to do that to them. And they don't do that to me for the most part. I don't try to reach out to my siblings and bestow drama upon them. Maybe he might be laughing and joking or whatever, but I don't do that, man. They got to get up and go to work every day. They don't want to hear Warren. I don't want to be the brother in amongst my siblings that's like, oh, here come Warren with the bullshit. Every time I talk to this nigga, it's nothing but fucking drama. See, the only difference is, when my mom was alive and all my siblings would be at my mom, you better not do that shit over there because you're going to get clowned. But I'm just saying, man, we have to learn who we are, understand what the fuck is going on, and address issues. And I had to speak on that because, I feel like people can learn from this today. And no, it wasn't that I was mad at my cousin. I just was a little irritated and disappointed. Like, well, you're hitting me up for this, but you're not hitting me up for the issues that you had with my niece. No. Let's rewind it, bring it back, bring it across, bring it back. And let's look at this first. And what's going on with this? And I like to see how long people gonna pull it. Just like niggas that be coming out here to Vegas all the time, and then niggas don't be wanting to pay. Yeah, nigga, I'm putting it out there. Niggas don't be wanting to pay to have a place and pay to. Everybody living in Las Vegas, Nevada done went through this. So stop. It ain't just me. Look, Shawnee, Erica, we all listen to this. James Youngblood, David No Compromise. This is what niggas in Vegas go through. With family, friends. Niggas will come out here, right? Kick it, chill, go out, drink. You don't hear from them. But the next time they come, they don't want to pay that money to stay. So now they hitting you up and on your bumper, calling you every fucking day, text message you every day because they want to stay at your crib because they don't want to pay. Well, by now niggas know you can't do that to Warren because Warren's house is not the Mosey Wozy. Warren's house is not the Snooty Fox. And Warren's house is not the Spot. That's why Warren has always conveyed the message to people, man, I'm in my lane. I'm in my own bag. I don't have time to be dealing with it. It may be rude, but I don't give a fuck because niggas ain't getting up and going to work for me. And niggas ain't paying my motherfucking bills. And if you live in Las Vegas, Nevada, let's talk about that power bill, how it went up 3 times in 1 year. Water bill done went up. Gas bill done went up. I want to hear that shit. And nigga, do you think you gonna come and stay on me and have a good time? Man, fuck all that. You want to stay with me, nigga? You want to rent a room at Warren's crib? I need a credit card deposit, and I'm going to need about $850. Damn, that's a grip. You going to pay that at one of them motherfucking casinos on the strip? You see, when you start treating people like a business, then they get offended. This is the shit that I've been thinking about the last 2 weeks. I'm just like, man, people will just pick up the phone and call you on some sucker shit, but they won't even address the shit that they had going on. You know what I mean? That's why I just be like, man, no, we got to address other issues first. Like this Super Bowl shit. I be looking at people going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs over the Super Bowl. Well, how much money did you make, nigga? Oh, you ain't make no money? Oh, okay. What's entertainment? Good. Most people that got money, they don't give a fuck about that. They'll go just to go, but they don't care. Look at LeBron when he was about to beat Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record. I've seen so many stars that don't even fuck with basketball because they just there. Because they just want to be in the know. Oh, I was there when he did that. Oh my God, I was there. You know, that type of shit. Yeah, nigga, I was there when LeBron. Because niggas, that's all it's about. Niggas don't like basketball. Niggas don't like niggas. But niggas want to be seen and stand next to the person that's successful instead of creating their own fucking lane. And that's what I'm doing. Oh, I'm going to watch the Super Bowl too. But I'm going to watch it from a different perspective than I've always watched it. Man, I hope today has been great. Normally I do the podcast quick and get off, but this was on my mind for like 2 weeks because I was just like, how do you not address this shit with my niece, but you calling me about some shit that you think I'm gonna be happy about? And like I said, I'm not gonna put it all out there, but them motherfuckers like I just was like, so you're not gonna address this shit? We're not gonna talk about the shit with my niece, but we gonna talk about, you know what I mean, some other shit that's near and dear to my heart. You know what I mean? And it's not, and like I keep saying, this is not to belittle anybody. This is not to have a beef with anybody, because I don't have beefs. I don't care about that shit no more. But this is to let people know, if you don't have value in yourself, you're not gonna value your own people. You're not gonna value your family if you don't have value in yourself. And if you have issues with someone, or if there was a past issue that needs to be addressed, address that first before you start hitting people up. And if you don't have that type of relationship with somebody, you know what I mean? I'm talking about a real relationship with somebody, because like I said, this has been going on since 2014. 2014, like I said, 2014. My sister's like, hey man, old girl tried to be my friend on whatever social media things. My sister's like, I'm not fucking with that shit. I remember one time this bitch called my mama's house trying to get my phone number, and my siblings, all of them was like, we not giving you Warren's number. Warren, don't play that bullshit. Why do you think I keep saying? My siblings know who the fuck Warren is. They know, man, he don't even play shit like that. So I'm not even getting involved in that shit. But it seems to be motherfuckers think that is sweet, and that's why I had to address it 12 years ago. Nigga, that shit was 12 years ago, nigga. Why is you still hitting me up about that shit? This nigga was like, oh no, man. I'm like, nigga, what you want, bro? Like, man, what's wrong with you, man? Because some people don't have that value in themselves, so they want to keep talking about some shit where they could attach you to it, because that part of your life may not have been as successful, so they want to attach you to it because they not feeling good about themselves. I'm like, man, nigga, that was 12 years ago. Why is you still calling me talking about that? Why are you even telling me that shit? And that nigga was like, oh, nah, man. Nah, man, because she had hit me up on social media. I said, but why are you telling me, my nigga? Why are you telling me? Oh, man. And then it wasn't, he couldn't even give me no excuse. He just was just rambling and babbling and shit. And I just was like, my nigga, that was 12 years ago, man. What you want? Then after that, the conversation kind of went dead, and I ain't really talked to that nigga since. No diss or nothing, but man, I'm vibrating at a higher level than you, man. I don't want to be around that bullshit. So, y'all know what it is. You know what it ain't. Man, it's been a great day. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go check out the Super Bowl and do what y'all need to do. You know what I mean? And do your thing. And you already know what it is. Hey, man, in the great words of war, guilty, nigga. I'm out. Peace.